Hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
How are
hi.
you?
Fine,
Very
thank
well,
you.
thank you. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Joey. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Kevin.
Okay, good, good. Thank you, Mohammed.
Sure.
Hello.
Hello, Nozek.
Hi.
Hello.
Excellent.
Well,
Can you hear me? Good afternoon. I have muted myself. Can you hear me? Hello, if you can hear me, can you just put it in the chat that you can hear me? Okay. Yes. Thank you so much. We'll just move. Firstly, I want to acknowledge, can you hear me now? Hello? Hello? Okay. Hello, so like I mentioned earlier, I have my partners from Atlanta board active with us. First, I'd like to pay acknowledgement to all the major stakeholders and associations that have a relationship with IMC in Nigeria, basically integrated marketing communication. So I'd like to acknowledge APCON. I'd like to acknowledge OAN. I'd like to acknowledge AAAN, MIPAN, and ADVAN. We are all in this journey together. We are partners in progress. I'll just make a brief introduction as we move ahead. Well, what we call out of home today started basically as outdoor advertising, traceable from the colonial masters, and evolved from the USCN and the conglomerates, basically. But the first key outdoor organization we had was Afromedia. And Lintas was the agency partner of the USC group at that time. But what we call out of home today basically started with Afromedia. And over the years, because of the introduction of technology and every other thing, it has now evolved into out of home, which now encompasses both static and digital billboards, as well as signages and every other form of contact visual display that people encounter as they move from place to place. Initially, outdoor started as a reminder medium, but over the years, it has moved from being a reminder medium to a very main medium now. And it forms a very essential part of the marketing mix in Nigeria. However, in recent years, budgets allocated to out of home have been very unstable. And I would just like to share some statistics with you to buttress what we are saying. In 2014, out of home was about 20.5 billion, just about 22% of the total advertising budget in Nigeria. From there, it came down to 20.1 in 2015, which was 21%, 20.1 billion. The peak period for out of home for Nigeria was in 2016, where we had 28.8 billion, which translated to 32%. In 2017, we had 24.6 billion, which was 28%. So we had 4% less from 2016. And in 2017, we had 2018, we had 20.7, which further went down to 26% in 2008. So we've noticed a downward slide in the budget allocated to out of home. So what could be attributed to this? Is it that the population is shrinking? No. Is it that the general advertising expenditure has dwindled so much that out of home becomes the crying baby? Or is it that other industries are not making profits? This does not seem to be true, because even the banks are declaring immense profit, even in the same economy that out of home is facing challenging budgets. From what we have from Media Facts 2018, TV seems to be taking the bulk of the budget with about 29.4 billion, which is about 36%. The reason is simple. The advertisers are finding it easier to move their budget to TV and other platforms because it is measurable. With the use of AMPs and diaries and every other thing, it is easy to measure. Well, over the years, we have found that we have been a bit comfortable with the measurements of TV and others, even though there are issues with it. But we are still able to do that. But with out of home, it seems to be that the guesstimate factor is on the increase. But is out of home going to die? I can tell you that out of home cannot die. The reason is very simple. The population will keep increasing. And as long as the population keeps increasing, there will be the need to go out to satisfy our economic needs. And that would ensure that people are always out of home to ensure that they make ends meet. Same thing with the fact that Nigerians are very sociable. Nigerians love to go out, they love to party, they love to bingo. And the medium that can actually take care of that when they're outside is out of home. So out of home is far from dying. Moreover, out of home is the medium that you encounter without having to incur any cost. You don't have to fuel a generator if there's no light. All you need to be is out of your house and you will get exposed to it. As you go to shopping mall, you get exposed to it. Out of home is always in your face. And as the COVID-19 lockdown is easing out now, you can see that the whole place is filled up. Now, you have traffic build up on all major bridges. And you can clearly see that out of home is a medium that stares them in the face. So it's not going to die, but what is the challenge? The challenge is that clients want us to bring value to the table. How do you bring value to the table? They want us to be able to show that what they are spending actually would impact on their ROI. They want a measurement that is free from human intervention. They want a measurement, they want a platform that engages their customer and their consumers on the go, such that even after getting past the board, the experience still lingers. So the customer can actually carry the messages that are seen on the board, on the billboard, and carry it along with it anywhere he goes. He wants to know at what time the customer got in contact with the board, what is the action he took immediately after. The attribution is very, very key to a typical marketer. He wants to know the journey from the time the customer contacts the board to when he actually makes a purchase. And so those things are the things that will make it so valuable to the customer, to the advertiser, that he begins to look at it that why can't I put more money into these things that I can predict the volume, the demographics, the psychographics, depending on how intelligent you are in analyzing the data that the board active software will present, will determine how much information you can give the advertiser to take a concrete decision. And like I said, the advertiser wants zero human interference. He wants a digital analytics. He wants to be able to analyze out of home the same way he analyzes Facebook. He wants to know what it is, the cost per reaching 1,000. He doesn't want to ask the out of home. He wants to be able to see it from the back end. So that engagement, that relationship is what is key here. And I can tell you, as I stop this brief introduction, that this is not just in the area of out of home. It is also in the area of every area of integrated marketing communication. Any platform that will survive this post-COVID time must be a platform that can be evaluated objectively. It must be a platform that I don't need to know you to take a decision on whether I would be able to have a relationship with you by buying your site. It's a platform that is transparent, a platform that guarantees optimum usage of resources. And that is what we are going to discuss today. We are going to review the board active software to see that all these are possible. And at the end of the day, those budgets that are going to TV, that are going to other medium, will begin to revert back to out of home. I'll just briefly hand you over to my colleague, Nathaniel Atansuyi, who is in charge, the consultant to NOSAC on digital technology. He will just, for our 2 minutes, just open our eyes to this trajectory to show that the cheese has moved. And if we don't move with the trend, this trend has permeated every area of integrated marketing communication. And the best thing is for those of us who are practicing in this field to move along with it. So Nathaniel, please, just for some few minutes, just share with us some of these trends in terms of marketing communication, digital trends. Nathaniel, over to you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Nosa. Thank you for your introduction. I would like to say that despite that we know that the technology is changing everything, but it was also becoming difficult, maybe because of budget expenses for organizations to embrace technology. But the good news for us now is this pandemic, because even when you are not really going to embrace technology, this pandemic has made everybody to now rely on technology more than ever before. We've seen people locked down for months, but the business has to go on. And now critical for organizations is how do you now reach your consumers? So you now have a platform, a very innovative platform that Board Active is introducing to Nigeria market through the NOSAC Nigeria Limited. that wherever your consumer is, you can get to meet them. And this is the technology. Everybody rely on mobile and internet access. Once you are logged on to internet, you are connected to about 3.5 billion people. And this is a very huge number which you can reach. Now the Board Active have taken this to another level of technology by the app in which the users are sitting on every minute of the day and pushing your content through that app to your consumer. This is very novel. This is very innovative. We have experience in the country. We've deployed digital signage, which is more or less of reaching people through digital. But you know, this Board Active innovative of out of home is very novel. And that's why I'm partnering with NOSAC Investment to develop, to deploy this technology to Nigeria consumers, so that in as much as we are all looking at staying at home, and the COVID-19 is resetting every business, at the same time, businesses have to thrive. Businesses have to engage with the end consumer. And this is a very good platform for businesses to send messages, to get engaged, and you know, to meet with their consumer and introduce their new products and program. So this is my brief introduction. Thank you for listening. Nosa, over to you. Nosa, can you hear me? You have to take over. Hello, Nosa, over to you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, so before we move ahead, let me just introduce the Board Active team that is with us today. The Board Active team that is with us today. Today, with us on this call from Board Active, we have the top management staff of Board Active from Atlanta with us. We have Mohammed Galayini. Can you wave your digital hand? Just wave your digital hand as we call your name. Our people will want to see your hand. They want to see you. We have Joy Wenzel, my friend. We have Jeff Bay. We have Kevin Romano Ciaro. That's the money man. We have Taylor Whitlash, Director of Client Service. And we have Tom Powell, the Chief Technical Officer. Joey is the Public Relations Director and Content Strategist. And Jeff Gray is the CMO. So are we okay? Is everybody there from Board Active? Hello, can you wave your hand once again from Board Active? Are they hearing me?
Yes, they can hear you.
I
But
said
they
they
are,
should wave their hand.
they are waving. You can see them.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yes. Okay, so let's move to the next item. So the next item, so we'll just look at what does the Board Active. We are going to show you a presentation, but before that presentation, I just want you to have at the back of your mind some of the benefits that Board Active software presents, so that while you are watching that video, you analyze it along that line. Firstly, it makes mobile targeting more effective. As my partner has said, mobile phone in Nigeria, and that is what everybody uses. So with the Board Active software, mobile targeting becomes more effective. The brand engagement level is enhanced because I'll also tell you a short story. Maybe if you also help this. The founder of Board Active was driving with his son in the US and passed the billboard, drove past the billboard, and he liked the display, but he couldn't get all that information because they drove past. So having driven for some miles, he wanted to get back that information. Alas, he couldn't get back because he couldn't drive past the board again. He had to go through another way. And he was looking at it that, why would I pass the board and I need the information and I can't get it again unless I go back to the board? So he decided to put together technology and a team that will ensure that the interaction is not just visual, but that the messages are pushed into the phones as people get in contact with them. And from that point on, the relationship and an engagement continues till there is actual action and purchase. I want to also make you understand that the Board Active software, yes, it is primarily to tie up billboards, but it can also tie up a particular area by using the technology of geofencing. So even if the billboards are not there and you decide that you want to communicate with a particular target audience in a particular area, the software will just geofence that area and pass your messages to them. So if you are having a show at a hotel, all you need to do is geofence the whole of Victoria Island, and anybody that has your app will get that message to attend the group later in the night. And that continues. And if you are having a special ticket or coupons on it, Board Active software will drop those coupons on their phones and they will redeem it at the point of entry. Obviously, we kind of emphasize the fact that it makes OH digitally measurable. And it also makes programmatic buying of out of home also possible because everything is in digital. So the way you delineate and analyze Facebook in terms of CPC and all that, those are the analytics that you'll be given. So you can actually know what really happens. Why would I place how can I defend that the site in Ozumbadiwe is more premium than a site in Maryland? It doesn't have to be guesstimate. It has to be based strictly on algorithm and strictly on being able to use artificial intelligence to determine what exactly makes that ball suitable for that particular audience you want to get at. Attribution, I have mentioned earlier, the consumer experience on their part to purchase from the time they get in touch with the billboard till the time they purchase is digitally evaluated and monitored. With all this coming to place, obviously there will be increased revenue. And as you know, personalized messages will be pushed to consumers based on their demographics, based on their psychographics, based on all other parameters, because every phone has a person attached to it, and that person has some characteristics that are different and distinct from others. Those are part of the information that the software will be using to pass your messages to their phone. Obviously, many of us have apps on our phones. Many companies have apps they don't use. They just have apps as a Me Too thing. Some have not been able to develop content to ensure proper engagement. But this software guarantees increased app user engagement, retention, and retargeting. And it's a location-based platform. So at the end of the day, the mobile marketing data and location analytics is readily available. So you can actually get information based on any activity you have in a particular location. Lagos has a lot of people who see billboards. Where are the facts? Which areas do they see billboards? Which billboard did they see and they took action? Maybe the board I put at Lekki did not give me as much result as the board I put in Magodo. So why would I continue to spend my money on the board at Lekki because I just believe that people are there when the one in Magodo is giving me returns? But you need to be able to do this based on location analytics. So that is that for that. We'll play you a short video. After that, the board active team will come in to make their own presentation. Now you need to bring this thing back. You need to bring it to the beginning. Bring the video to the beginning, please. Hello, can you play the video? Hello. Can you play the video? Take it to the no audio, no audio, no audio. We need the audio, please. Hello, no audio. Oh, God.
There's audio. Maybe you are not hearing.
You are not looking at the chat. Look at the chat. The chat are saying no audio.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Look at the charts. The charts are saying no audio.
Relevant messaging uses engage and boost app retention. Some simple yet effective elements.
Can you raise the volume?
Things like points of contact to provide an interactive, engaging experience with your end user, such as a phone number, an email address for customer service, directions to your brick and mortar.
No audio still.
Also, a QR code to scan links to landing and social media platforms. We make it easy for all the end users to engage with the buttons right on their screen. They get full visibility effectively. MTN can see how the message performs. Track the visit to the conversion and filter the specific app open the message or visited the conversion zone. With the granular data that MTN collects from their app users, they can then filter them.
Hello?
MTN can target all of their
We need audio.
and a limitless number of other customizable filters that are important to MTN's brand. By applying audiences, MTN can tailor messages for specific people based on real data, creating a personalized experience for their customers now and in the future. For more information, please contact NOSAC Nigeria.
Hello? No, the audio is not good. Hello?
Hello, is it everyone that cannot hear? Is it everyone? Because the audio problem might be local to individual PC. The settings are right here.
Everyone cannot hear.
Everyone.
Cannot hear.
Okay, let me just replay it again.
Play it, and if it doesn't work, we move on, please. We'll find a way around it. Try it again. If it doesn't work, we move on. So that we
Can you hear now?
At the most opportune time and place, you want to connect with consumers through their mobile device on the go. By partnering with NOSAC Nigeria, you are also partnering with
Can you hear now,
the
Nosa?
international software leader in mobile apps.
Yeah, but it's still very faint.
Very faint.
And
Yes.
Increase the volume of your PC or your device.
partnering with NOSAC Nigeria.
Okay. Please let's just manage it. We'll get it across to you.
Target moving consumers on their mobile devices, energizing mobile engagement and retention along the entire customer journey, from the point of engagement to the point of sale. Let's use the example of MTN. Board Active software plugs into the MTN mobile apps. This integration brings life to their out-of-home campaign by bridging the gap between that signage and the consumer through the MTN mobile app. Now, let's show you how MTN will use Board Active's platform. MTN starts by geofencing a billboard in Lagos, Nigeria. They can measure impressions of the sign or any area in real time. They can trigger a push notification when users pass by, engaging users on the move with a mobile message related to the sign itself. Then MTN geofences a conversion zone, a secondary location, the brick and mortar retail location where we want to drive foot traffic to. They can track the effectiveness of their out-of-home campaign, giving them visibility into who visited the store location after passing the sign and receiving that push notification. Next, MTN will craft their advanced message that will be sent to their app users. These are personalized push notifications that help drive app engagement and increase sales. MTN can customize the message delivery options by assigning a schedule, choosing specific users to send to, and attaching the specific location where the message will be sent, as well as the location we want to direct them to, what we call the conversion zone. Relevant messaging will keep users engaged and boost app retention. Some simple yet effective elements in an advanced push notification can include things like points of contact to provide an interactive, engaging experience with your end user, such as a phone number, an email address for customer service, directions to your brick-and-mortar location, the dates and times of the campaign, also a QR code to scan at the point of sale system, links to landing pages and social media platforms. We make it easy. All the end user has to do is engage with the buttons right on their screen. Once MTN's push notification is set, they get full visibility into the effectiveness of the campaign. MTN can see how the message performed, track the visits to the conversion zone, and filter the specific app users who opened the message or visited the conversion zone. With the granular data that MTN collects from their app users, they can then filter them into specific audiences for retargeting. MTN could target all of their app users, or those based on specific psychographics, demographics, and a limitless number of other customizable filters that are important to MTN's brand. By applying audiences, MTN can tailor messages for specific people based on real data, creating a personalized experience for their customers now and in the future. For more information, please contact NoSAC Nigeria.
Yeah, thanks so much. We will hand over to Joey. Are you there? Hello, Joey. Can you unmute Joey, please? Can you unmute Joey? Joey, you need to take it from here. After you, Tom will speak to us too on the technical aspect. Joey, if you can show the video from your place and it's louder, please do that again, because that's why we are here. If
Sure,
it's clear
absolutely.
from your end, let's show it again. Then you take us through it for like 3 minutes. Then Tom comes on.
Absolutely. I'll go ahead and play the video right now.
Yeah.
You want to send the right message to the right people at the most opportune time and place. You want to connect with consumers through their mobile device on the go. By partnering with NoSAC Nigeria, you are also partnering with BoardActive, the international software leader in mobile
We are
app
not sharing the
engagement.
screen. Joey, we are not seeing the video.
We can
Yeah.
connect your signage, target audience.
Start again, please. Can you start again, please?
It said the host has disabled attendee screen sharing.
You said what?
It's saying that the host has disabled attendee screen sharing.
Nathaniel, you have shared. You disabled? Hello, Nat. Can you share now? We want to hear from you now.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, try it if you go now.
Got you. All right, so let's go back to the beginning here. All right.
You want to send the right message to the right people at the most opportune time and place. You want to connect with consumers through their mobile device on the go. By partnering with NoSAC Nigeria, you are also partnering with BoardActive, the international software leader in mobile app engagement, retention, retargeting, and measurement. We can connect your signage to your target audience through a mobile app. By partnering with NoSAC Nigeria, you get real-time attribution on your out-of-home campaigns, and the ability to extend your reach and target moving consumers on their mobile devices, energizing mobile engagement and retention along the entire customer journey from the point of engagement to the point of sale. Let's use the example of MTN. BoardActive software plugs into the MTN mobile app. This integration brings life to their out-of-home campaigns by bridging the gap between that signage and the consumer through the MTN mobile app. Now, let's show you how MTN will use BoardActive's platform. MTN starts by geofencing a billboard in Lagos, Nigeria. They can measure impressions of the sign or any area in real time. They can trigger a push notification when users pass by, engaging users on the move with a mobile message related to the sign itself. Then MTN geofences a conversion zone, a secondary location, the brick and mortar retail location where we want to drive foot traffic to. They can track the effectiveness of their out-of-home campaign, giving them visibility into who visited the store location after passing the sign and receiving that push notification. Next, MTN will craft their advanced message that will be sent to their app users. These are personalized push notifications that help drive app engagement and increase sales. MTN can customize the message delivery options by assigning a schedule, choosing specific users to send to, and attaching the specific location where the message will be sent, as well as the location we want to direct them to, what we call the conversion zone. Relevant messaging will keep users engaged and boost app retention. Some simple yet effective elements in an advanced push notification can include things like points of contact to provide an interactive, engaging experience with your end user, such as a phone number, an email address for customer service, directions to your brick and mortar location, the dates and times of the campaign, also a QR code to scan at the point of sale system, links to landing pages and social media platforms. We make it easy. All the end user has to do is engage with the buttons right on their screen. Once MTN's push notification is sent, they get full visibility into the effectiveness of the campaign. MTN can see how the message performed, track the visits to the conversion zone, and filter the specific app users who opened the message or visited the conversion zone. With the granular data that MTN collects from their app users, they can then filter them into specific audiences for retargeting. MTN could target all of their app users, or those based on specific psychographics, demographics, and a limitless number of other customizable filters that are important to MTN's brand. By applying audiences, MTN can tailor messages for specific people based on real data, creating a personalized experience for their customers now and in the future. For more information, please contact NOSAC Nigeria.
Yeah, thanks so much, Joey. So let's just have you for like 2 or 3 minutes if there's something we did not capture on the presentation.
I think, yeah, first of all, good afternoon, everybody. It's a pleasure to be in your presence today, to be a part of the BoardActive team as we engage with NOSAC Nigeria. We're very excited about this partnership and how this partnership is going to affect all Nigerians with interactive engagement tools to make this experience come alive. Connecting a piece of signage with the end user is so critical, especially for the measurement piece that NOSAC covered earlier. And we're grateful to be that piece of the puzzle. So I'd like to answer any questions that are presented at this time, and then I will hand it off to CTO Tom Powell.
Okay, what we'll do is that, please, if you have any questions, just send it through the chat. We will take all the questions immediately after Tom. So we'll take the questions, and please, when you are putting the questions, please state who the question should be directed at, so that the person would answer those questions directly. So please, you are free to put your questions at the chat. We'll pick it up and start to answer after Tom's presentation. So Tom, do you have anything to say about the technical side before we go into question and answer? Because I know a lot of people are going to look at that area. But just give us a preamble for like a minute or so. Tom Powell, we can't hear you. Can you unmute Tom, please? Can you unmute Tom? Hello, can we unmute Tom? Hello. Please. Unmute Tom, please. Unmute Tom, please. Can we unmute Tom? Hello. Hello, Nathaniel. Hello. Can you unmute Tom? Tom, unmute Tom. Joey, can you hear me? Can
I
you hear
sure
me?
can.
Is it
I can hear you.
possible? Is okay. Please, can you unmute Tom? Nathaniel, can you unmute Tom? Okay, maybe we'll start taking the questions while he. Hello?
So if it's okay, while we're figuring out the technical issues with Tom, I'd like to answer a question or two on the.
Okay, let me ask it. Can you hear me? Joey, can you hear me?
Yes.
Is that Joey, you mentioned impressions. Where do we get it from? Secondly, there was a mention of app with end user. Mention of app with end user. So does this app need to be installed by the user?
Absolutely. Great questions. We get that one very often. I'm very glad for the interactive experience that we're doing right now. So all of this currently, our functionality of the software platform integrates with a mobile app. So our software development kit makes the MTN app come alive, as well as a myriad of other apps that do partner with Board Active. So the gist of this is, while a motorist and his or her passengers are driving through a specific area, they can receive that push notification when they enter that geofence. We also have the capability to do a push notification without a place attached. So perhaps it's a broadcast push to several MTN app users based off of the audience that they fit. And again, all of these audiences can be customized through filters. And the filters can be customized in creation by working with the
Hello,
board active.
unmute Tom now.
This one. Yeah, here, this will be fine. There we go. Tom made the trip over to the studio. So that's the way that we can engage those individuals. No, I can't.
Can you hear us?
I can't. We can't hear you. Okay, cool. So basically, it's all about engagement, right? So we can take a message and direct it around a specific out-of-home piece of signage, or we can geofence a specific area bigger than that. And those fences can be customized to fit any size and shape that's relevant to a campaign. Again, all of this currently works within the construct of a mobile app, right? As far as answering the question about responsible driving, now obviously we encourage all drivers to navigate the roads responsibly. However, a lot of us have phones that are driving in that car, right, or riding in that car. So you can essentially target any member in that car with that message. Obviously, we encourage people to follow local laws and restrictions. It would never encourage the opposite of that. Let's see, question. So that's a really, really good question. Thank you very much, Elvis. We want to work with the MTN brand to show them the value of encouraging downloads. So, we can work with campaign consultation to, work with them to encourage people to download the MTN app, right? Value props, by downloading the MTN mobile app, you can receive personalized location-based messages. Whereas, part of an email drip campaign can't promise that same narrative. Providing that interactive mobile experience is critical in closing the ROI loop from that point of impression or engagement from that piece of signage to the point of sale system at a restaurant, retail, at a fuel station, etc. And also driving people to a landing page. Perhaps it can be an online purchase. With the example of MTN, we want more store visits. That's what it's about. But perhaps MTN will have an online offer that can be capitalized upon. And we can also track that engagement and that path from that piece of signage or whatever geofenced area to the end result, which is that end user engaging with the push notification itself. Dettol, message of wash hands. So again, it's the same construct, right? Whatever brand we're working with, we can work around their campaign goals to deliver the most effective messaging campaign, whether it's location-based, user-based, or just a broadcast feature, something as simple as washing your hands to kind of slow the spread of this virus. That's a message that's universal. So we could enable a broadcast approach to that campaign and send it to all of the, and forgive me if I'm mispronouncing this, Dettol app users. Currently, yes, it would work through the MTN mobile app or the Dettol mobile app, whatever app that the SDK is installed into. Correct. And I'm glad you asked that because our Chief Technology Officer, Tom Powell, is in the room. And he's actually the smartest guy in this room right here. So I'll pass it off to this man.
Excellent. So we have done what we call native SDKs. And so I think the thing that I want to underscore with this is the fact that we've taken something that's actually very difficult to do, very complex, by doing the geofences and the push notifications and creating the audiences and everything, but we've made it incredibly easy to use our platform. So as you saw with the video, that setting these things up is very quick and easy to do. We've taken the same approach with our SDK. So literally our SDK can be implemented when we're talking to the development team within minutes. And so all of this feature that we're showing you can happen very quickly.
So I love the questions here. How different is this from Facebook geofencing ad delivery? Well, just so you know, we utilize first-party data. We also never sell, trade, or aggregate that data. And these are specific locations that are very, important to MTN or whatever mobile app that we're talking about. Utilizing that first-party data is everything, especially location habits. Where I go on Saturdays is a lot different than where I go on a Wednesday, per se. And so utilizing Boardactive software is the best way to engage, retain, and retarget those people whenever it matters for the brand that we integrate with. Of course, if you have partnerships or connections with existing apps, we can definitely work with them. We would love to work with Uber. That would be amazing. Currently, as we said before, our SDK involves a mobile app. And the requirements, again, to answer the question above that, having a mobile app to integrate with is one of the requirement currently. Users need an incentive to download. I also want to point out something that should not be overlooked is that when you're working with Boardactive, you can integrate and use this data with your other CRM tools like HubSpot, right? So you could actually have a list of app users that maybe have not enabled location sharing or have not enabled for push notifications. So by providing that client with a list of those app users who are not fully maximizing the potential of having the app and engaging with the app, you could send them an email as part of a campaign encouraging them to download and opt into these permissions. So again, we're happy to consult with any campaign strategist from clients, working with NoSAC Nigeria and all of the clientele on that continent. We're very excited to show them ways to utilize that feature, right? To encourage downloads and encourage engagement within the mobile app so that they can see the power of the Boardactive software firsthand.
Yeah, Joey, thanks so much. Can you hear me now?
We can, absolutely.
Okay. Are we able to pick all the questions that were asked on the chat? I wanted you and Tom to look at the questions. Have you, while we were having that, you were going through the questions. Have you taken all the questions?
I've taken most of them. I think there are a couple that we haven't answered yet about the commercial benefit to the sponsor. Easily evident, as I would want to download this particular app in the context of million. Well, really, it's about what they're getting out of the mobile app experience, which is flexibility of messaging when I'm on the go. I'm not sitting in front of a TV when I'm on the road. So television advertising isn't quite as effective. And, many of us spend most of our time, away from our home, whether it's on our way to work, on the way to a shopping center, dropping the kids off somewhere, or just out and about. being able to message me where I am with content that's relevant to me is a lot more efficient and effective, and ultimately will save on ad spend because that's targeted messaging. It's not throwing 1,000 seeds out hoping that they grow. This is putting seeds in strategic places in the soil, knowing that the sun and the water hits that piece of soil in such a way that that is going to sprout into a beautiful bloom. That's the best picture that I can provide to you in context of what makes us different than other ad spend. We're actually in talks with a regional bank in America, and several use cases that don't involve any kind of security issues would be driving people to apply for and use the bank credit card, right? By providing them strategic location-based messages, we could geofence, a high-end residential area, an office park, the parking lot or surrounding area of the retail shopping center. So when that end user gets that push notification can encourage them to pull out that bank credit card and use it for, reasons of cashback rewards, points, incentives, offerings, whatever the bank wants to provide. We can help them strategically deliver that message wherever it's relevant for them. And then understand that they use that card at the point of sale. So it's not only a win for the consumer, it's also a win for the retail store and the connect point, which in this case would be NOSAC Nigeria. Another use case for banks while we're waiting on more questions would be for international travel. When the family and I travel, we went to Europe a couple years ago, and it would have been great to get a notification when we landed that, hey, my purchases are guaranteed here. Here's the incentive for using my bank credit card instead of all the other cards in my wallet. Because as we know, most people spend more money on credit cards when they travel than they carry in cash for security reasons. It only makes sense. So providing that incentivized offer that makes sense for the consumer is something that we're really happy to work alongside our partners to do, right? We have a really creative team of marketers here that work with clients to show them ways, constructive and really practical, more is the word I'm looking for, practical ways to deliver a message that would encourage me to use their card instead of another card in my wallet, making it the top of wallet choice.
Okay, we should be drawing to a close now. If we have final questions, any other member of Border Team, you want to say anything apart from Joey and Tom? Any other member of Border Team, is there any message you want to pass to us in Nigeria that will enhance our usage?
So what about brands that don't have out of home? Great question. So as long as that brand has a mobile app, we can still utilize all the best features of our platform, even if they don't have any signage, static, digital, or anything, right? Because we can geofence specific areas. Again, kind of going back to the parking lot, interstate exit, high-end residential areas, office parks, etc. Those are the places that we can geofence to drive them from that point A to point B, which is either, it could be a landing page, it could be a physical brick and mortar. Perhaps the key performance indicator in your campaign is more social media followers, engagement, visits to a YouTube channel. Depending on what the scope and purpose of the campaign is, we can meet you right where you are and help you engage with your app users through that strategic messaging that we've been speaking of. And the setup costs are personalized. So we'd love to have a conference whenever it's convenient for you to determine those costs. Depending on the amount of app downloads would really dictate most of the cost. Great questions, by the way. I love this engagement. This is amazing. Fuel stations, yeah, absolutely. For me, I don't have a gas card, and the reason I don't have a gas card is because I use my check card. However, if my local fuel station would encourage me to apply for a gas station card or, download their app because it provides some benefit, maybe 5 cents off per gallon, per liter, however it's stored and measured. Those kind of strategic value-based propositions are the things that we're talking about. Encouraging people to visit your petrol station as opposed to one a block or two away, that's huge. And the way you can do that is, again, by utilizing geolocation. You can also send a broadcast message, just letting them know, hey, our fuel prices are great. Come in, purchase a soda pop or a water, get this and that for free when you fill up. Whatever the station is willing to provide their consumers, we can help them show that provision to the end user. So it's really all about strategizing and finding out what works specifically based off who your target audience is. Does that make sense? Thank you, Josiah. I appreciate that. Thank you, Elvis. Thank you, Bolahan. You're too kind. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Tunde.
Okay. Okay. So thanks so much, Joey.
You're welcome.
I think they love you. They love you here. And just once the COVID thing is off, just find your way to Nigeria. You understand? And so, I would like to just bring this session to a close. If you are, I'm sure many of you are interested, please, the phone number has been displayed. Please, you can get in touch with me so that we'll take this forward. You can send me an email. If you send me an email, whatever your request is, I will send it to Joey. I'll send it to Joey and the team, and we'll take it up from there. It's not exclusive to MTN. It's for every brand that wants to better utilize the app, better engage with the consumer, and better drive value from that engagement. I want all the team members from Border Team. I know to get you guys on has taken quite a toll, but we just had to do this. So thank you so much. Thank you, Nathaniel. Thank you all the participants. Please, let's keep the business coming. COVID-19 is gone. The streets are opened up now. Everybody is doing business. Outdoor can never die. It is the prime medium that you see without having to buy fuel, without having to pay any money. You just see it on the road. So it will keep growing. But let's make better use of it, and let's optimize it to be a win-win situation for everybody. Border Team is ready to partner with any of the. We are ready to visit you and tie up deals with you. Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you so much. So we'll continue at the back of this conference. Thank you so much, all the participants. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you as we close. Thank you. Bye. The email is there. The phone number is there. Please send in your requests now. And let's begin to do business. Thank you so much. Thanks. Bye. Bye. Thanks, Jonathan. Thank you. Thank you, Jonathan. Thanks. My regards to everybody in your team. Thank you.